This is a day that my Father has made. I will rejoice. Jah, I thank you for this morning. Oh, it's a brand new day. Little bird, they're thanking and they sing. So let's all get down and pray.
Everything your favorite player did, Pelé did it first. Let's start. Ronaldo, the chop, Pelé did it first. Cruyff turn, Pelé did it first. And then, of course, Zinedine Zidane, Pelé did it first. Iniesta's dribbles, Pelé did it first. Different kinds of skills, Pelé did it first. These are things that if you don't watch and if you don't analyze and if you don't see, you might think that the modern player started it first. Or Pelé did it first. Same thing with Maradona. Look at this skill by Zinedine Zidane here. Pelé did it first. Pelé did it first. Even the bicycle kick by Ronaldo, Pelé did it first. This by Messi, Pelé did it first. And it's so incredible to really watch and analyze the beautiful game through the lenses of the people that came before us, the people that put on a show, that carried football on their backs literally, so that the modern guys can actually play in this glorified and level-headed world where players are respected and paid what they're supposed to be paid. Pelé did it first. Most of the skills, Pelé did it first. Most of the run-ins, Pelé did it first. The free kicks, even to free kicks, look at this. Even to technique, Messi used his left foot. Pelé also used his left foot, coiled it to the corner. Even to this Roberto Carlos style of shot, Pelé did it first. Even to this particular goal right here. Look at this. The same thing. Pelé did it first. To the bicycle kick, Pelé did it first. It's amazing when you study players like this and you understand why the old guys think that he's the greatest.
Good night, Teacher and the Prof fans. Welcome to a special edition of Teacher and the Prof. And it's a bittersweet night for us. See my illustrious host, Prof, paying homage to Brazil and the great one that we lost just a couple of days ago, Pelé.
Well, we're really paying homage to Pelé, who died yesterday.
So with us, we have we're putting a face to the name. Indeed, that is Sammy, the elusive one. Finally, our guest for a couple of episodes. So, Sammy, welcome.
Glad to be here, gentlemen.
All right. So it's also three of us tonight, and you guessed it. If you have done before, you have guessed it right. We are going to do a Pelé special. We're going to just talk how we see him, and view the man, the greatness, and what he has done for the game of football. So,
King Pelé. 1, 2, 3.
Man, come up that one.
1958, 1962,
1970. The first 3 stars belongs to the great man Pelé. So, may I give first strike, Mr. Prof.
Did you know that after Brazil won the 3 World Cup, they actually kept that World Cup? The World Cup that was handed to West Germany in 1974 was a brand new cup.
Mm-hmm.
FIFA
retired
the Julius Rimet trophy to Brazil after the 1970 World Cup.
Is that the norm, or just them just make a?
They were the first team to win it 3 times.
Yeah, but that's why I'm asking if that's like a protocol.
I said something now for the next person got 3.
Yeah, well,
No, but Germany is at what, 4?
They never get the cup.
Italy, I see anything. Italy about 4 too.
Italy have, oh, wow, probably 4, yeah.
And then Argentina have 3 now.
Yeah.
So that's why I wonder if. So how long they keep that trophy there? After a certain amount of years, they maybe retire.
FIFA gave it to them. That's theirs.
So then that's why I ask if so the country them and a new trophy them use every time.
No.
Eh?
Them engrave
Names are engraved on them.
Yeah. The year and the country is engraved on it.
I think so after. So but they must get a replica then the country
Maybe.
like a little.
No.
They get medal.
But not a replica of the trophy.
I don't know if there's a replica of the trophy.
I've never seen nothing like that.
Really?
Yeah. But what you want to tell us about?
Okay, so Pelé, as you all know, because everyone should know, Pelé died yesterday, December 29th. Is that on your end? That's your end, right? Yeah. And so Pelé had colon cancer. He was admitted in the hospital in November for COVID and on breathing complications, and then his health took a turn for the worse. And it was determined that the colon cancer had expanded, had grown. And when I heard that it was I thought it was like end of life or something was being done, and the family was at his bedside, I was like, man, this is it, I ate this. And I remember when Johan Cruyff died, I shed tears. When Maradona died, I cried. I was shocked. I didn't expect Maradona death to hit me like that. But when Pelé died, I knew I was gonna be emotional if and when it happened. So I was preparing myself for it. So I said, okay, this is it. He's any minute now. There's gonna be breaking news. Pelé has died. And so for days, I check the news feed, and 10 minutes, and then yesterday, I did my ESPN on the computer. I'm at work, but ESPN on, and come on and watch the Atletico Madrid game. And I said, all right, 3:00 game, and go up on the phone and I say BBC pop up. Pelé has passed on. I said, nah, man. Go back ESPN now and nothing. So I'm refresh it. Breaking news. I said, bumblecleat. I'm a ball, A ball, I'm not gonna lie. Ball. I'm a judge. I Pelé gone. I can't hear you. It was a snot never gone, but cheers.
Let me ask you, I say cry eye water alone, but ball nose not and
nose not go on.
And ear go on all them something.
That one. That's not. Yo, one time Andrew come and say, I want to you. I'm going to say, Mr. Pelé dead.
I said, so?
And it's a Pelé. So, oh my God, you cry.
No. Hey, no. Talking about taking one for the team. You took one for the team, man.
Hey, to make it worse, no. She come hug me. That's how we go.
You know what? No, but you know what? The answer. You know what? About the pity.
No hug me, man. No hug me. As a matter of fact, when you coming up, me just on bad, you know. And I compose myself, you know. And then come say, I want you. I'm so Pelé dead. And then I start crying. I'm so Pelé. I'm a start crying. Oh, you're crying.
Losey, imagine when Angela come to the door and before Prof Dunbar, I'm going to hear the
No, I'm in a milk office. It's a puppy in the head. Hey. But, because I've said this before now. Ronaldinho are the best footballer me used to play. Me used to play, right? But me know for a fact that Pelé are the king. But you saw me see the video over there when them said Pelé did it first. I said, no, man. The guy
probably Sammy not see that video there now. You see it?
I said it to him.
Yeah, I think that. No, but we know. Because I'm not just Pelé alone, you know. Enough things where you see them younger generation and no one and say them more skillful than anything else. Where when you show like older video, you see the old time ball them do the same thing and I realize I don't not knew them up, you know. And all right, like you said, Prof. The next question I'm gonna shoot, I'm gonna say is that do you think all right? No, Messi and Ronaldo are two most iconic footballer now, and them get them ratings, but them alive still a play. But compared to a Diego and a Pelé, where them are the two most iconic footballer for such a long time, them vote the two of them few years back, footballer of the century.
Yeah.
And I mean, some always ask a question: do you think 30 years from now, where Messi would have been and Ronaldo as iconic as you know people remember very quickly, you know, when the next best thing are going again. Because it's like when you talk to the younger generation, they now recognize a Pelé and a Diego. We say me always say the best baller me used to play was Diego Maradona. You know, like you said, Prof, Ronaldinho the most skillful baller I ever seen, but Diego Maradona the best baller. Who me feel though accomplish a lot more with a lot. But Pelé, me not take nothing from him in terms of when accomplishment, especially playing with be a superstar, play on a Brazilian team where at that time there was a much more racist country and a black man at 17-year-old I crack the side. So you know him had exceptional talent if he can make that or accomplish that in a Brazil, you know. So me not take nothing. I'm not a Brazilian fan, but when you mention Pelé name, I have nothing to say. I can't take nothing from the man, you know.
Hey, for me, I'm the king. I'm the king. Yo, he's the only player who have won 3 World Cups. A man playing a 5-4 World Cup and win 3. No player has ever done that. None whatsoever.
Who are your baller, Rose? Who you think I
No man. How me put it, you know? We talk about Pelé and we'll close it and then we talk about everybody else in another segment. We talk about Maradona, Messi,
Ronaldo,
CR9 or CR7 or C9, it don't really matter. But Pelé, class act. You know the thing about it, the things that Pelé do never have no name.
At that time there.
Yeah, him just do them.
Yeah.
And people marvel. What the people don't know, I take it up. Look a little twist to it.
Yeah.
Put a name to it. A Cruyff.
Yeah.
Or the this, or the that, or the Ronaldo. Platova. Pelé did it all. Pelé did it all.
You remember the goal when he scored against Sweden at 58 World Cup? When chest the ball, pile the man.
To pile the man and then kick it wide. Yeah.
He scored him kicking that goal.
No, but say kick it wide. Yeah, no, not wide of the goal, but
Europe never see they play in their life. They never even know they could do that.
Remember tell you, Sammy, I think person I think Pelé put the word beauty, beautiful in the game of football. Him can make up and say, what a beautiful game. Before him, you know, it's a long ball, run up and down, square the ball, hit the ball in. Yeah. And the man take that and create this.
Jogo bonito.
But at that time when Pelé played, them rated Gavincha more than Pelé them time then.
Yes, Garincha was the man.
Yeah.
Right? However, Pelé played at 4 World Cup, Garincha didn't.
Which is fair enough. And you know,
Pelé won 3, Garincha didn't. But Garincha, and Pelé say it, you know. Pelé tell you. He was a man. Garincha was a man. He said Garincha was the best.
He's older, right?
Yeah.
He's older. So Pelé would have looked up to him.
Yeah, look up, yeah. But Gavincha had
him carry the team, Garincha.
Yeah, man, because when Pelé get knocked out, him step up in game and them win.
62.
Yeah, and the thing is, Gavincha had more like a self-esteem issue, and it make him drink and all them things there. So it's like, you know, most time I say talent is highly overrated. The most talented player, them never really turn out to be the greatest because them never maximum.
Yeah, he never take him talent serious. So that guy with us.
You know, most time, look on all like compared to Ronaldo, the C7, where like him or not, you have to give him props because he's a man, him maximize fame potential and achieve. And yeah, the thing I'm always give them props, both him and Messi and Zlatan, is that them play at such a still a high level, at such a
long period of time.
That's the thing when we look on. Enough people can come on within a 1 or 2 year, them about good 3-4 years, and them say the my greatest. No, them play at a high level, whether you like them or not, at for a long period of time. You know, some always give them props. You know, because enough time people say me I say Zlatan, you have to give him props. So they, you know, sometimes chat too much, but you have to give him props. Ronaldo, Messi. Them because me think Messi, me never know they expect the World Cup when I'm still very effective at and stuff like that. You know.
Garincha died 1983, age 49.
Yeah, but him live a rough life, boy, a hard life, and so it just constantly.
Yeah, but
and I think Pelé thing have a lot to do with him too as well, where him give the self-esteem worse, make it worse, where Pelé more becomes a star or superstar, and him is like a forgotten, I
don't think he was forgotten. It just that he was playing. So Pelé played for Santos, and Santos just happened to be the best team in Brazil. Garincha played for Botafogo. Now, Botafogo is really a white team. They were the team, they were more aristocrat.
Mm-hmm.
They had mostly white players on that team.
Mm-hmm.
But Santos had, so it was like a working class team. Over black players on it. And Pelé had more success in club football as well. Because Santos won everything in Brazil.
Yeah.
Skin color play Santos too. Santos in go.
Oh,
Alan.
skill goal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play
Yeah,
Brazil now. I think Santos in go now.
yeah, Santos in the goal.
That's him end up a carry Pelé here for Brazil
Yeah.
play against Jamaica.
Yeah, so I think maybe that's it. And then and sometimes Garrincha piss off the coach, yeah, man. The things them like do.
Lack discipline, man. And, you know, but in the back of some demons, you know, within himself there.
Let me tell you another thing I love about Pelé. Throughout in career, even after, we don't hear no inch of corruption or cheating or, you know, drug using or, you know, towards a game. It's like, in my mind, it's a purist. He play the fair way, he play the hard way, the brilliant way.
Maintain
The
that
right, the right role model. But
I mean, in life, yeah, it's a high standard him set compared to, and short him all.
He was a
That's
real
a valid point him making allows it. That's a valid point. As you said, never hear have no scandal we associate with the name, you know, short for such a iconic figure over such a long period of time. And you can't, that's very rare. And you know,
so people love Pelé. Love him worldwide because of him represent. That clean image.
Even as a politician, me not hear no and Brazil is a corrupt.
yeah.
Me not, as minister of sport, him do for him the stint and retire and me not hear nothing. You know?
I mean,
FIFA, me not hear him do no corruption, nothing of FIFA.
even players when me players like players nowadays, them tell him he spoke highly of them, you know, and them team, you know. When they meet them, you know. They can say you're a watcher and you're a good player, so and so and so and you know, him build them up. You know, it was all about him. You know, even in there,
even Brazil, I not even say Brazil alone. It's just a real man.
even when go Santos.
He was a good ambassador for the game for sure. You know?
Yeah, even when him go Cosmos, New York Cosmos.
Yeah, in the start of the league, yeah.
At first day of training, the team never good. Team never good, no, but he made them know say him try to build them up. Him try to kind of say if him fail, if the league fail,
Him fail.
then him fail.
If the team fail, him fail. You're gonna be on the team. If the league fail, because the league was riding on him.
Yeah, Madam Moore.
Him are the face of the league.
So, we feel like him son now. What do you think that life there would have been for him son to have such a follow in a footstep like that? Your father is such a, and then
never good.
He never have no, I remember saying goal him keep, you know.
No, I said it wasn't good for him son even as a child.
That must be a devastating
Son, he got jail for drugs, you know.
Well, that explains
that from pressure, man. Too much pressure, man.
That's you know, and him never have the talent. And I think, like you say, him have the talent. You could even start a goal. He used to keep. I mean, I say,
you can imagine if you're 3-year-old, you try to make a side, and you come to the stage and don't coach it. Go and that goal, man, because you're not going to
especially a Brazil.
And people start wonder, I wonder if I jack it.
Because you know,
I'd rather seen that enough for a child.
Yeah, man. You have the type of parents, the way your parents, you know. Yo, that one the rough, like.
Man, me don't want that for me.
Yo, loves to put it the right field, loves to say, yo, one night goal.
As I tried that. Can you imagine my move like straight back to center half, and them just putting their goal?
Yo, God damn you, Lupana say, how we reach in the goal? That's a part of too much skill.
I can tell you why. You remember now, historically, Brazil, nobody like keep. That's the easiest position ever make it.
No, that's what you said. Come in, I say, but no, it's right because Brazil, that's the easiest position to make keeper. You know, have nobody where Brazil want play, no you want eat. Yo.
Brazil keeping coming to prominence with we did talk about where the Tito?
Dida is something like
Dida.
the
And
black
he
youth.
was the first keeper, no?
Yeah, man.
All right, so Pelé married 3 times and had several affairs, fathered at least 7 children in all. In 1966, Pelé married Rosemary Doss Reese Sholby. They had 2 daughters and 1 son. Kelly Christina, Jennifer, and their son Edson. Edson is a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
The couple divorced in 1982. In May 2014, Edino, this is Edison, was jailed for 33 years for laundering money for drug trafficking.
Wow.
On appeal, the sentence was reduced to 12 years and 10 months.
Wow.
From 1981 to 86, Pelé was romantically linked with TV presenter Zusha, which was influential in launching her career. She was 17 when they started dating in April 1994. In April 1994, Pelé married psychologist and gospel singer Asiria Lemos Sexias, who gave birth on 28 September 1996 to twins Joshua and Celeste through fertility treatment. The couple divorced in 2008. Pelé had at least 2 more children from affairs. Sandra Machado was born from an affair Pelé had in 1964 with a housemaid, Anisa Machado, but for years be acknowledged by Pelé, who refused to submit to DNA tests. Pelé finally relented after a court-ordered DNA test proved she was his daughter. Sandra Machado died of cancer in 2006. At the age of 73, Pelé announced his intention to marry 41-year-old Marcia Oiki, a Japanese-Brazilian importer of medical equipment from Sao Paulo, whom he had been dating since 2010. They first met in the mid-1980s in New York before meeting again in 2008. They married in July 2016. Yo,
She's the current wife.
yeah. You know some mother still alive?
Huh?
A mother,
Yeah.
100-year-old.
Oh.
But she's gravely ill, and I think she has Alzheimer or
Dementia or something.
dementia. Yeah. 100-year-old, brother.
And she got buried, Pelé? Damn.
But she won't
That the age they have to bury that rough boy.
she won't be attending it because she can't. She's bedridden.
Well, the good thing is that
No, in this no, it's just a mental thing. That's why she can't even remember say she have a son. Depends on how bad.
certain things they must have a inclination of, that bond they were from a mother to and
Depends on the seriousness.
Depends on the stage of the
Man.
dementia.
Yeah, man, it's a worse thing if you look on your mother say, who you?
Who you would at?
Who that? It make people break down, man. So that is a dirt. That is a dirt. All the dirt we can dust. Not say dirt. That's all the dust that you come up with Pelé.
Well, that's another.
Gallus dust.
Well, you know, say in the 60s, 70s, Brazil had a dictator government, right? And they used Pelé. As a face to say everything's okay in Brazil. And then when he wanted to retire after the 70 World Cup, right? They wanted him to come out of retirement for 74 World Cup. And they were forcing him to come out and them threatening him. And him decide that, him go stick to him stance. And I'm saying, nah, do not more for the military government. You know, because he said he didn't know how bad it was and what they were doing in Brazil at the time. You know, so that's the only thing. Well, negative in the sense that he had them use him as a puppet for a while. You know, and then yeah, so him sick, him gone. Them even was trying to block him from playing for the Cosmos because reason Pelé never played for any European team, you know, is because the Brazil government claimed this as a national heritage. And so that made it difficult for European teams to buy him. They can't buy a national heritage, right? So that's the reason why he never played in Europe.
So things change when we go in terms of the heritage clause when we go US.
Henry Kissinger got involved.
So more politics that was.
Politics got involved, man. Just to get him to come. Because Cosmos was owned by Warner. The Warner Group.
Yeah, but if Henry Kissinger get involved, that's the politics, you know. That's not just.
Yeah, but the reason I mentioned Warner because Warner is a big company and they had.
Oh no, but Henry Kissinger, that is a powerful name.
Right.
And
so Warner, because Warner had money, he was able to get Kissinger to help. You know.
But I think that maybe more politics to it than that. Say for break that dictate. Because more than life is not them never did America favor. Because that's what Henry Kissinger was about. You know that them subvert type politician were under, you know, secret type where them get a lot of things done.
Well, it was a lot of back and forth between the Brazil government and the US government.
That's why I feel say we break them where, you know, but we never know all of that. So that's first, I learned all of them stuff about it with it.
Yeah, I was I read about it yesterday. Pelé was a benchmark against whom all other great players are measured. So this guy who actually traveled with Pelé, who wrote his biography, it was at Santos. He was the one who wrote this article on ESPN yesterday because he was there. You know, even so his contract with the Cosmos was 4.75 million, and at the time Pelé needed because some bad investment, and Pelé ended up having money problems. So he needed this deal, you know. So Warner Communication came to him and offered him 4.75 million for 3 years to play in North America Soccer League.
Or comparatively, what do you think that money they grant?
In the same
at the time.
A lot of money that man. Them time.
I don't know, but it's a lot of money. A lot of money.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it comparison to the top player in Europe at the time, you know?
Yeah, man. That would have think, yeah, man, more than likely because in them time I must have face, you know, so them so them need that brand for getting for come to establish, you know.
Remember, this is 1975. So what money?
My boy, if I'm Germany, they got to know.
From Beckenbauer go 76, 77 from Beckenbauer. And Pelé at one point, Pelé said, listen, because, well, listen, the league is not going to grow if the Cosmo, if Pelé no win a cup, right? You're mute to the boss. So, So he had a conversation with Warner Communication, and they brought in some new players. They brought in Frank Beckenbauer. They brought in Chinaglia, Italian striker. Giorgio Chinaglia, something like that. They brought him in, and then other teams in the league brought in players. And so now these guys were playing in front of 75,000 people. Because when Pelé played, when the Cosmos played, they had like 35, 45,000 people, right? Let's say they played a team in Seattle, in Washington, whatever team name. When them play, full house. And next team come and play them next week,
Nobody there.
6,000, nobody there. So I say, so them start bringing different players from Europe, So at one point, there were like 75,000 people at games. Just unfortunate. The league folded in the 80s. I'm not sure why, but but Pelé did 3 years, and he didn't do what he was supposed to do. More read this one.
Go on.
This was a press conference for Pelé announcement, arrival to America. And this press conference took place in New York City. Right? And this shows how big Pelé was at the time, that this is a news conference in New York for a soccer player. So he was late for the news conference. News conference was supposed to start at 11 o'clock. By 11:35, one executive, cognizant of a toxic mood building in the hunt room, tried to calm things down by assigning a PR guy to announce that Pelé is just on his way, while whispering amongst himself, where the hell is he? As it happened, he is still in his hotel room huddling with lawyers who found a last-minute snag in the contract. Pelé, arguably the greatest soccer player in the sports history, doesn't want to be identified as a soccer player, period. It's only to avoid messy tax issue with the Brazilian government, lest they risk losing him. Warner was to resolve the problem, and quickly, so it comes up with an ingenious plan. Atlantic Records, a Warner subsidiary, would list Pelé as a recording artist for the label. And they're saying it isn't that much of a stretch. Pelé, an avid guitarist, already has 2 solid gold hits in Brazil to his credit, and his friend Sergio Mendes had recently asked him to do a record together. So back in the hunt room, which is a press room, tension steadily escalate as the minutes pass. Film crews and reporters shove and elbow each other for prime position near the podium, their voices rising along with their tempers. Cosmo general manager Clive Toy, a well-tailored and normally well-mannered Brit, is all about screaming, "Gentlemen of the press, gentlemen of the press, please behave yourself." Toy, after all, spent 3 years pursuing Pelé around the world in one of the great corporate chases of all times, logging 30,000 air miles, racking up $8,000 a month in phone bills, and finally having to solicit a telegram from U.S. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger to his Brazilian counterpart, imploring the latter to allow Pelé, deemed an unexplorable national treasure, to play for the Cosmos. At this point, Toy wasn't about to let his long-sought prize get manhandled by some rowdy journalists. Meanwhile, outside 21, which was the place, a compactly built man stepped out of a black limousine dressed in a black brocade leisure suit with a red big apple pinned to the lapel. Security guards shield him as he moves from the car into the club. It is now 12:50. Remember, I said this thing supposed to start at 11 o'clock. But despite arriving 75 minutes later than scheduled, Pelé is still in no hurry. He stops at the restaurant kitchen to autograph a menu for the chef and shake hands with most Latin American staff. At last, he enters the hunt room, unnoticed amid the chaos. A brawl had broken out between two photographers jockeying for the same perch. Bodies are tumbling over tables, and you can hear the brittle crunch of glasses shattering beneath someone's feet. It is a mini riot over soccer of all things, and it is happening in Midtown Manhattan. Yet Pelé remains eerily tranquil as he makes his way to the podium and stands there, smiling shyly, hands raised in the familiar V salute. Slowly, the media horde becomes aware of the great man's presence among them, and the pandemonium dies down. Vanishing a silver pen, Pelé signs a newly revised contract.
I can ask you a question. You finished?
Then he puts a pen down and faces the packed room, grinning widely. Now you can say to the world, Pelé tells a suddenly hushed audience, soccer has finally arrived in the United States.
And he used the word soccer in 1975?
That's what they're using.
Somebody rewrite it to fit them term.
Remember, this is autobiography now.
So they use the word soccer.
So this is the guy who was following him around. I remember he's talking about him can't say football. Football already exists in America.
Oh.
The must say soccer.
Confirm.
Yeah, must say soccer. You know, but I can't imagine them. They signed him as a recording artist.
Yeah, that question I'm better ask. May I try to wrap my head around it? What the real reason? Because of what did I go on to Brazil at the time?
Tax.
Oh, the tax.
You will be heavily taxed. Remember, I need the money. So them signed him as a. But we never. Before this. I did not know Pelé had 2 goal record. I did not know.
Never know some play. We never know some get goal record. But we know some play.
Record. We see him with guitar, yes, but we never know say he was at
every professional. Yeah.
Of the music.
Yeah. Man, them go around it Atlantic. Hey, why the people them smart?
Yo. But I tell you, man, this guy burst on the scene, 17-year-old. He signed his first contract at age 15 or 16 for Santos. He made the World Cup team as a reserve. Well, come on, the third game in a group stage, score a goal.
And announce himself, I should say.
Himself.
Yeah. Was there any facts to this rumor that the 1982 World Cup Pelé wanted to play? He would have been 40 a little bit at the time.
No.
I remember hearing that.
From my reading, I haven't come across anything of that sort.
You know, media was back then. We can't verify nothing back then.
Listen, he never want to play 74. And there's no mention if he wanted to play 78 in Argentina. Why would he want to play 82?
Zico. And it's a big team. They have them down there.
I think of the best Brazil team, that Zico, Socrates, Falcao, all them the
Adair.
Yeah, I think that was the best Brazil team, boy.
Junior. No, I never want to play.
That team that just never know why them win with Paula Rassi.
That was just a goal score machine there, man. Hey, when are your time, Selena?
Yeah, man. That was just.
But Paula Rassi was released from prison early to make the team for the World Cup, right?
Yes.
When did he prison for?
Some corruption thing.
Oh.
I was playing for who was he playing for?
Napoli.
Juventus, I think.
Oh, the corrupt team.
The corrupt team.
Me just deliberately say Napoli because I summit.
You know, that's why you say it, yes, you know.
I'm a newfound love.
You know, Paulo Rossi died
Yeah, I may heard, but
a few weeks after Maradona.
I heard this shit.
Yeah, December 9, 2020. Maradona died November something. November 23rd, I think Maradona died.
And Baggio died too.
No?
Baggio not dead.
Nope. They kill off Roberto so.
I thought me say. Imagine no young.
Because he missed a penalty.
No, no, but me don't want him miss.
Baggio still alive. Baggio a 55-year-old man.
Me don't want him miss.
This was about age. That's so
Me
weird.
don't want him miss. So
By party, I was my heart attack, you know. I'm
no,
afraid.
me don't know why I remember it that way there.
I think a three footballer did 2020 now, in a short space, you know. Because I think a black player that died also. A black African player died. It was Maradona, black African player, and freaking Paulo Rossi.
So last time he grew up.
Who?
Baggio.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, so 1981 to 85, Paulo Rossi was at Juventus.
So could have some tax evasion thing or something.
I'll tell you what.
Most of them get caught in a tax evasion, you know.
During the season, so it was at Perugia in the 1980 season. During the season over, he was involved in the infamous 1980 betting scandal known in Italy as Totonero. And as a result of this, Rossi was disqualified for 3 years, although this was later reduced to a 2-year ban. As a result, Rossi missed out on the 1980 European Championship with Italy, where the team once again finished in 4th place. On home side, despite the ban, Rossi always claimed to be innocent and stated that he had been a victim of an injustice.
You talk about Rossi and betting. Ivan Toney in playing.
Yeah, but remember, say he has time to respond to the charges. The time has yet expired. So Ivan Toney going to play for a few months now.
Before they make a determination.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not going to make it. That take them a while. You know, so for the time he does score some goal.
Oh, he played yesterday?
Today.
He played today and he played Boxing Day too.
And he scored Boxing Day.
Boxing Day.
2 goals or 1 goal?
1.
And he scored today again. So.
Which goal him gone so far?
Him the kind of Peter off, you know. Early season. Yeah, him never saw at.
So who's the second behind Arlen?
What's your house name I call?
In Premier League.
Amaral?
All right, so Hurricane. So you have Erling Haaland.
Or 15. What am I 15?
20.
Hold on.
No, Premier League. Where you come? Premier League, right?
Erling Haaland have 18 goals.
Overall or Premier League?
Premier League that. I think I 20 them say overall.
It's a Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
Hurricane have 13.
That's something on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that surprised me.
Ivan Toney have 11.
3rd place.
Alexander Mitrovic have 10. Miguel Almiron have 9. Rodrigo have 9 as well.
Who play for Leeds?
Yeah, Leeds, yeah, Rodrigo, yeah. James Madison have 7. James Madison, Phil Foden, Robert Firmino, Mo Salah, Leandro Trossard have 7 goals. And I don't think it include today game for either. Well, no, they never score anyway. So
Liverpool scored. Liverpool not scored. Liverpool win the match and they never scored.
So this was updated as of Monday, December 26th.
Before Boxing Day.
Boxing-
And Boxing Day. That's
And
on
Boxing Day. Yeah, Boxing Day. So I don't think this include. How much score Haaland score Wednesday? 2 or 1? I think one goal. I want. No man, I want. Cause the score was a 3-1.
Yeah.
One Messi him score. One can't remember.
I think I want him to score.
Oh, okay.
I think I second.
Cause him scored the second goal. Alright. No man, cause I think let me check. I think the second goal him score because I think one new kid scored the third goal.
Yeah. Who scored first one then?
Scored first one.
I think I knew kid scored the first one.
Yeah, the German scored the first goal.
Oh.
Good one.
I think I want one of the established players that scored their first goal. No, Rodri scored the first goal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You're right. You're right. That's something. 2 goals him score.
Yeah.
For the first, second, and the third goal, him score. Yeah.
So it would have gone to 20 then.
Yeah.
That I'm saying the 20. You know.
Because this
the man have a little, but I carefully use the word bad. He have a little bad patch, you know, since season before World Cup, where he never scored, you know.
To the standard when did that go?
Yeah. If you miss a match and a score, it's a bad patch for you, you know.
Yeah, the time that. Eh? Is it? Do you see him as a force like that in England, or is just a flashing at the pan because they knew?
I see him do it a dark man. In for real, man.
No, I'm saying not real, you know, but a different league, you know.
Yeah, and I tell him scoring, he must score in any league.
At that rate, same rate where he must.
Yeah.
Remember, you know, he might get service.
But I'm definitely.
Yeah, but you ever see him watch him keenly? The man striker IQ. It's number 9 IQ is high, you know. The man is always aware of where he is. Him always a check. He always a do things off the ball.
That realize to make an exception. And I like him up not
score.
But at the same thing with Harry Kane, you know. Harry Kane not fast, but him just about very high IQ football IQ.
Yeah,
that's what I like him.
Think about Alan Shearer. Andy Cole.
No, Andy Cole wouldn't be. Andy Cole is skillful. He have skill.
Andy Cole. No, I'm saying it. Andy Cole was a good goal poacher. Andy Cole scored a goal.
Andy Cole was a skillful player, so and like when I say IQ, him using skill a lot. Shearer now was a good goal scorer where he just, you know.
Goal.
Yeah.
If I should choose so an era where Alan can work on passing ability, he need to work on it.
I'm saying pass now.
When things get tight and he need to make some pass, he need to work on that. He make some
Especially play on a team like that, you know, where it's a passing team.
Yeah, he need to work on that. But I guess the coach said, who need that when you can get 2 goals or a guaranteed goal every match? Who need a passer?
Yeah, have to
touch the ball. Remember, said man criticized him, say man touch the ball all 5 times for the whole match and score 2 goals.
Anyway, this is not a Holland show. So Pelé,
man, jealousy, man.
So Pelé's funeral is on Monday and Tuesday at Santos.
Okay. Monday and Tuesday, we coming.
Yes, I think it starts 10 a.m. the Monday, where people can view the body. It's going to be laid in the middle of the field. And so for 24 hours, so from 10 a.m. Monday to 10 a.m. I think it's 10 a.m. I think so. 10 a.m. Tuesday.
Public holiday?
There's 3 days of mourning, which started today. Well, you know, I'm sure people will get time off. You know.
That next question I asked, like how be as you said, even when you said earlier, and then they have him as a national treasure. Them have statue of him back while he was alive, like you know them have
Yeah.
like
Maradona probably have a statue. Is Brazil like that? If you put statue of living people, because some culture not stay so no. You have a dead.
yeah, because them sometimes some of them superstitious or stuff like that. Where, but I would think a person like Pelé with fiend statue, you know.
Jamaica make so much statue of living people, like you talk about Arthur Wing, statue at the stadium when he's alive.
Yeah.
Herb Mackenzie, statue while he's alive. Merlin artist, statue when he's alive. You talk about Usain Bolt, you talk about Shellyan. We know our sporting people get statue when they're alive.
But I know that most of the sports people get the statue them because I don't really see much other people get statue, you know.
So in February 2020, Brazil unveiled a statue of Pelé to mark 50th anniversary of the 1970 World Cup.
Wait a 2020?
So I just then when they put the bed them out.
Yeah.
I never did 2020 boss, man. I don't say so.
That's a bed.
In that bed, he never did too far.
He never did. He was all right. Allah said in diagnosed with colon cancer.
No man, he have a few. I think couple
No,
years
he never scared earlier. He never scared before 2020.
Yeah man, I have a few scare.
Was it serious? Allah saying diagnosed with colon cancer.
Listen. We surprised them have a scare. I saw them to tell me the other day when they get that. I don't know nothing serious, man. I just had like a regular seat, you know. You know. So me I say when the man they on in that bed they give.
Yeah, but prof, that long ago, for a man, heritage man, national heritage, and that's
and let it have to do something like what Losey said, them maybe superstitious, so them feel say, you know, nobody no want when you're alive want a statue for jinx them or less than that. But
I don't know what the reason. When I ask a question, I'm going to Google it, me I tell you what I see. I don't know. I can't answer that question. I don't know.
No, the question is no. For me, no. If you think it's kind of strange, we mean that long for a man of his stature to get a statue at 80 years old, you know.
Well, it
being
depends.
in the game, being in the spotlight from 17, and then when I'm 80, I get a statue.
and them already did, and the point the prof said, and they already put him as a national treasure, you know, our heritage.
Yeah, we kind of find it.
I don't know if Brazil is a type of society for that stuff. I don't know. You know, I don't know because
that's why I said the only reason unless them super, you know, some culture maybe because say you want to get a living person a statue, they don't want, you know. So that's why I said wait till the man depending, you know.
Wait a second, who have it? A national park or a Santos?
Santos, I think.
Santos.
A national park, right?
Hold on a minute.
It's not like a government do it.
Yes, I think it will be a nationwide cause. Just remember this, you know, Losey. The world are watching, you know, and not just an iconic figure in Brazil, it's a worldwide. So the prestige when Ghana, them can't afford to go mess that up. Because it'll be embarrassing for them.
And also, so it's an article from 2014. And there also was built a statue for Pelé outside the Maracana Stadium before the 2014 World Cup. Mm-hmm. But it was they said it would not be ready.
Like most things for that World Cup.
So I don't know if it was ever built.
And so
it will not be ready for the tournament. And that was 2014.
I wonder if it's same one and bill finished by 2020.
No, this is a different one. The one
Different
that, the one at the Maracana would the piece was based on one of Pelé's 4 goals during Brazil 1970 World Cup. The one that was done in that they did 2020, him have on Brazil jersey, the 1970 Brazil jersey.
Oh, so is that the government probably below on there? Okay.
Yeah, because it's a Brazil unveils.
Mhm. Mhm.
Look into it though, Prof. Why it's so long for game a person of his stature, you know? You know, that kind of curious about him. Them have not,
I'm surprised, but
them have not name of time like a stadium or nothing. Back.
Hold on.
football being the national sport and them almost worship it. I think just looking back now since him dead, I wonder if Pelé have this you know, I just a stadium in them name and things like that. Are them things that have come now since you know that he's gone?
That means if you take that long for give him a statue, you say, all right. When them say them never build a statue when them like host the World Cup, I think so that would have been on top of it, you know, since you know in synonymous with football and them about football. So I think that would have been.
And it could be that failed attempt for the 2014 World Cup, why the government probably end up do it for 2020, since the club can't do it on the side, where we will do it.
Well, the club should have did do that though. But I think, or you mean like, so you talk with the statue that they out of the stadium itself?
Yeah, man, like what Henry have won at Arsenal.
Yeah, but I think that in a Pelé case, Pelé the way above Henry, Pelé won't rob more the government. You know?
No, don't get to more than one.
Eh?
No,
but I think the government alone, you know.
They're supposed to end the Maracana off him as well.
Them what?
They're supposed to end the Maracana.
Them supposed to do it then.
This was from March 2021. Brazil Maracana will be named after country football legend Pelé.
Everything's slow.
As the Rio de Janeiro state legislature voted on Tuesday.
Why? My question is why so long though? Why did it take so long for somebody?
I don't know what a Brazil culture is. I can't answer the question. And even okay, so March, them say it's going to be named after him. In April, fans of Brazil opposed possibility of Maracana Stadium being named after Pelé.
Fans. The icon. Fans.
Yeah, but the Maracana is not Santos Stadium.
But
which team?
Pelé is not Santos. But Pelé is not Santos.
Yeah, but a rival team plays there. So maybe a rival
as a home stadium.
Yeah, maybe the rival team.
You understand one, you know, but
I fight it.
They don't have a national stadium. Isn't that a national stadium?
Yes.
But a home team, but a club, it's a club play there.
Yeah.
That's a mistake. That's a mistake, no. But who are those fans? 30,000 people versus the whole country? Come on. Get rid of those 30,000.
Okay.
Name the thing.
It's not as alright, you don't have enough time.
Yeah. Big eye Brad.
Yeah.
No, man, he's big in Brazil, man. Come on. Huge in Brazil. I saw people crying in Brazil, man.
Yeah, Prof, we're not say you a few crimes good, then how comes a few can shoot down in Prof? That way I say is very contradicting. If in that big and a few are got where a stadium or name off of him, a person.
You're always gonna have detractors. You know,
Yeah, but a few can override the mass.
no, but it was already passed, you know, but people were protesting. It passed, just like
Oh, you mean there's a protest? Oh, I think you said they were going to.
Oh, it was named. He was named now since 2021 to know.
It-
It come true.
listen, the legislature passed it in March. And in April, there's an article saying that
Protest.
people are protesting it.
That 2021. We are at December 2022. We don't know. We have to find out if any.
I don't know how fast Brazil work. You know what I mean? And the thing is, Maracana has a weird history. Brazil losing 1950 World Cup in the Maracana Stadium. And
They blame the stadium.
for 2 years, them not playing no game, did it?
They blame the stadium.
2 years, them not playing no game.
The stadium curse.
Damn they.
And the stadium where we lose, hey, the people are dangerous. Hey, them people take things at different level, man. And the stadium. That's but the great man never will be replaced. I'm gonna believe that, you know. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it back. You know why I'm gonna take it back?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Buju Banton said he wanted to be greater than Bob Marley, and people knocked him down. And then I said, but why a man can be ambitious to be better than a man that gone before him? Why am I to settle for lower than? Bob Marley didn't want to be greater than somebody that was ahead of him. So why somebody can't be a better? Him the king, so why the king can't come down? Somebody can't be replaced. And I see it in my set to Pelé, for Pelé. Although I'm a king now still, in terms of, you know, if somebody rise above him and deserve it for them impact, maybe not a problem.
I wonder if COVID was the reason why it delayed. Am I read about COVID?
COVID. Legislation and COVID, man.
No, remember March, 2020, The COVID hit right around that time.
In Jamaica, anything we want to name, I easy pass, and just use them voting power, them numbers and pass it. And when the government change, if a new government want to change it, then just change it.
Well. The thing is, Brazil have a new government, a new president starting the 1st or the 2nd of January.
And all of that it could all just reverse. Depends on how them see it.
Because the current president, I think him last day, a Sunday? That's why not.
Oh. So them have a president.
Which one did that corruption?
The woman.
The one before this, the president before this.
I think I don't want to win back,
Yeah, and then he lose back for some corruption again.
One male or the female at that?
The male. The female, she did in a corruption too.
Yeah, man, she did big. She was in 2014.
But she was 2014, yeah.
And then what? Because the one and win back and then in lose because of corruption.
The female surprised me though. I think she would have been good for the country when she came in. And then some of the things in my ear, me just say, wow.
And the outgoing one, he never take COVID serious. Brazil was one of the worst hit countries.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people not wear a mask, and they now wear a mask.
And then the death just keep rising, and the mass grave, and COVID and Pelé. Pelé got COVID, right?
Pelé got COVID. That's how Pelé ended up in the hospital. COVID.
How many more of our icons have got through this, man, with COVID? And COVID's on the rise, A new strain and...
Wait, there's another strain out there?
Yeah, that just announced me here. It announced today. Not going to catch your name yet. And China still having problem with COVID, controlling COVID.
Let me read entire almost everybody on the plane from China to Italy have COVID.
So China export COVID.
And China just open it up.
Oh,
Yo, yo, you see the irony? The best thing of China ever make. In the history of China, a COVID.
So, U.S. government, it's required everybody from China.
yeah, that means, yeah, if we do a COVID, they want to test them.
The test start again.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
God.
Can't go to another. No. Who remember 2019, December 2019, and with 2020 around the corner, and the hope the world was projecting on the 2020. The era of change, the era of this, the era of that. And look up a bit,
Every
man.
time I think about that, you know, say, the difference few months can make where nobody never said the world stand still within a few months' time. People tell you that a year ago, say the world, you know, say, foolish that, you know? Boy, but the irony of life, boy.
2020 was a bad year for me now. It's that January comes up, we get rid of that thing.
Yeah, boy, a whole heap of people go through.
And then COVID say, you think we're done.
Hold on, man.
2020, all that.
All this.
Radam.
No man, enough people me here, you know, I'll go through that. Why was that brutal?
Yeah. So nobody ever immune to it. So Pelé get him fair share. But gentlemen, what this mean now? That Messi, Ronaldo, Zlatan, who are going to the funeral? You know, I think about some of the people who would have loved to see Anaheim for the last time. Mbappe.
Yeah, enough for the back.
But I like to get, if them can get time off on the club. I don't know if I ask it too much.
Yeah, ask you too much.
Why?
They just came off from the World Cup. You tell the club that. And the man have game I play.
So you think a Neymar like him want to get the permission to go back home watch?
Well,
The whole Brazilian team.
Neymar can go back and Neymar is suspended.
Yeah, that's what I know. The principle, not the opportunity.
They think maybe that's why he set it up that way, eh?
Yeah. Hey,
You never got it, so I saw me brought it there.
But
You never got it.
Hey.
I saw me brought it there.
when the PSG play? Yesterday you said PSG play.
I didn't go get
All right, before we buy this, I'm a conspiracy. I'm going
all right. I'm going to leave it out if you had a little bit. If our next Brazilian player gets suspended.
No.
All right.
Why
All right, Sammy. You conspiracy on the wall up. Unless Pelé call Neymar the day before I say Neymar make a dead Thursday.
No, when they play,
Wednesday they play. They play Wednesday.
Yo, remember, you know, I'm over France, you know. So Pogba might talk to him, you know, can go feed people, you know.
And there's a Pelé got dead Thursday, so get a red card.
I now can't controversy.
Yeah, but hey,
I'm not the conspiracy no further than when they invite Pelé family to the bedside. You know, normally we know what the doctor think.
Yeah.
And the only thing that Neymar probably would have just say, you know, this is my opportunity.
Yeah.
That's how furthest me I go.
Neymar time it right then. Pogba must call him then for him time it the way there.
Papa get a message for him and say, you know, so my people them tell me if I tell you this, here boy.
Suppose it's the fall. So it's 2 yellow carry. Yeah, for some way I don't old Neymar this. I tell you one. Two stupid things man do, you know. Stupid things like in the art for the 2 yellow card. Like
You can't go and shoot down my conspiracy theory, you know. I think him get a call, you know. Pogba give him a message and say, you know, he get a message for you, know, my youth, you know.
Which doctor say Pelé got dead on Thursday?
I stick to my own. No, play with the French. That's too much. I don't have liberty with the French nationals, you know. What's that name, yeah? Edson.
That's Cemento.
That's Cemento. That's Cemento.
Wait, what?
That's
Pelé name you what?
yeah. Bring it up there. More say it straight.
Edson Cholby do Nascimento.
Me make you say it still. We give honor to the great Pelé. You know. So this is our tribute. You know. Hope you enjoy our look back at the man. You know. As I said before, that brought beauty to the game. But in life, all good things must come to an end. And at 82, Pelé lived a great life, a long life, an honored life, in my perspective, in my view. What do you say about that, Prof?
Yes. And so my friend wants to give the true name to Pelé. Edson Arantes do Nascimento. Do Nascimento. You know,
Yeah,
it was named after Edison.
that name is the reason why we have to name him Pelé, because that tongue tie.
Right up.
No, we understand why.
Well, actually, the name Pelé came about because he was unable to pronounce his Brazilian player called Pelé, and he called him Pelé.
But
So, and the name stuck.
and him use it right through him career. Anywhere him go, he use him nickname. Sammy, your past last remarks.
No, it's you guys said it all, put it all in perspective. Deserve all the honors that him get, and deserve well-deserved honors. Very iconic figure, and really put him mark on football, and truly miss. You know.
Oh,
I,
go ahead.
no, I mean I say although I'm not a Brazilian fan, but I do have to give him due reward. He deserve all the honors that them accolades them put on him, you know.
Yes, Sammy, a fan of no country.
Eh?
Now, I should mention that Pelé might have been the first footballer to endorse football shoes.
Oh,
1970 World Cup.
I think we mentioned it in a previous show. Yeah.
Yeah, we did mention previous show where he bent down to tie the lace of his Puma.
And the cameras was all on him.
And the camera was on him. And that's how Puma actually became. That's how Puma blew up.
Yeah, that shoes was a popular shoes in the mind. When I grew up, everybody want one of that, you know.
And so Puma made the king.
Mm-hmm.
The Puma King for Pelé. I think it's not Neymar. I think the reason why Neymar gave for signing with Puma after Nike because of Pelé. But you know, I am still crying even today. I was getting ready for work, and they had a program, and they're talking about Pelé again, and it brought tears. So, you know,
Sammy, me love Pelé, no, but the man Sam make me start question myself.
Remember, I'm a Brazilian, you know. I'm Brazilian, so as a Brazilian, I'm going to love Pelé.
Yo, I want the Pelé people them shed so much tears like how no shed tears to them.
Yo, that man feel that way, man.
I'm not a French fan who likes Pelé, no. I'm Brazilian love Pelé.
I love Pelé before I discovered France as a footballing nation, sir.
Then if you didn't love Pelé that way, you wouldn't switch to France.
But me just can't find the tears. And I apologize.
You're not a true fan. You're not a true fan. You're not a true fan, sir.
Yo, Lowe's, you don't have enough tears, man. Your tears them dry, you know?
He
Some
is
fam-
not a real fan. Him just a settings.
I say Lowe's is a fanfare.
I'm a fan here. You want me to share some of my tears with you?
That's why all the Hollywood people them flying tears. Like, man, make me feel bad.
Yeah, cause after all of them, the tears when tell him shed before Andrea come, and then all of a sudden now some more today again, which we never think that was it. You know?
Yeah. No, but just when we thought it was over.
Between
More
now and Tuesday, anything can happen.
I'm more left for come. Holy crap.
The man and a shame, but
I would be shame. I love Pelé.
Hey,
Brother, you don't know me love football.
right. Then prof.
Love it.
Then if you shed so much tears for Pelé, what would happen if one will drop out, will grow with you? What happen? I watch you.
The place is wash, man. It's a wash way.
No tears. Pelé take with all our tears. I wash you guys.
Well, nobody pass through yet. Sometimes we build about the tear duct.
I mean, go out with it.
We're trying with as long as possible.
Give me a few weeks.
But what am I share? So me go out with it in the building.
Give me a few weeks. We'll build about the tear duct.
Sammy. Weeks the man I give for that.
The man only say a few years.
You my talk? Him come to find what debt you know? Who are eating something? And never, you know, some answer you put on one there. Some say, Jesus, I'm there, God, dark. So Pelé eat tuna than a old man. And the man said, name up there. And I said, Jesus, I'm there, God, dark.
Yeah, but bring back closer to the light. Bring him back to the light, boy.
But the answer me no. Because no. Because he gone dark. Man, God, my mother almost 80. I said, Jesus knows it.
Yeah. When certain people dead and you get the age and you have to start search your family. Jesus.
The man said, my mother, man said, my stepfather. I said, Jesus knows, man. You know, someone answer you. Me no respond to the part there. Come on,
I think about things, man. Cause it's like you try to prepare yourself for Pelé. Sometimes I think I'm gonna prepare myself for my mother. I know.
Brother,
Stop it, but can't prepare.
you cannot prepare yourself. Cannot, never, ever.
Yeah.
Never. That you can't prepare for that, man. I tell you.
I mean, you think you're prepared, you're not prepared.
When you think you prepare, man.
And I will learn that today with you know, our dear friend here. He prepared so much for Pelé and it's late.
I think I little tears are little, but I never know how year go.
Let me pun. Jesus. Oh, God.
Almost mash up in marriage, him lousy. Almost a Pelé. Yeah.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Yeah, cry. Hush. I say, where I do. Don't touch me. Don't hug me. Don't hug me.
Anyway, thanks.
Hey.
I want it.
I go want the people. Pelé gone, but Jaja, I'm only one though.
Yes. That's the things. Him leave something for us that will never die. As long as we have memory, we'll always be with us, you know. Every time we see when I move, they'll say, Pelé did it first.
Yeah, people, if you don't know, go Google, YouTube, you can see Pelé in action. That's a wonderful thing about technology. You know, technology has made the world smart.
So on note, we gonna leave you for another time. Same place right here on Teaching the Prof. And as usual, Prof.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and engage. and tell our friend to tell our friend to tell our friend to tell our friend to tell our friend. Okay?
Yeah, man. It's no cost nothing for those subscribers or press the like button or press the dislike button. It doesn't matter which button. Just engage. Just tell us what you know, what you like, what you want to see. And that's simple. No
And
pressure.
one more thing. Happy New Year, and I hope you guys have a prosperous 2023.
I'm looking forward for a good 2023, honestly.
I'm just,
But tired of this.
me don't know if to look forward to anymore, so I'm just going to leave, yeah.
But my wishes for the new year, health. Once we have good health, we have a goal. It's not about the money. A lot of people have the money and don't have the health. So I wish for you, Sammy, Prof, Patrick, Richard,
Likewise, sir.
team, the entire team.
Come on, likewise, say all I know. We should, as you said, the true health, which is wealth, as them say.
Especially at our age, it's more valuable to get older, you know.
Yeah.
So on that note, we wish everybody good health, a long life, and prosperity in 2023. I will say good night. See you again.
Have a good one.
Good night, gentlemen.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. And don't forget to comment.
And hit that notification bell.
This has been another episode of Teach and the Prof.